Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new Ask Victor video. This is the video where I answer the questions that the viewers can drop in the comments below. So it can be any type of question that I will answer, and I will try to answer them the best I can. Sometimes I will have more knowledge or less depending on the question, but any type of question is valid for Ask Victor video. If you want this series to continue, leave a questions in the comments below, and I will answer it more or less in 1 month. I do this more or less at the middle of the month. This time will come the 15th of November, so what is really the middle? That can oscillate from 10 to 20 of each month, depending how I have the other videos and depending on the ideas and the videos I have at the moment. So what I try to do it around the 15th. So without losing more time, let's start with the questions. So the first question is from Robotech Junkie. Would you like to see Games Workshop bring back Morhaime? Apart from the original Fantasy Battles, it was the only other miniature tabletop game I played in the 90s to early 2000s. I never played Morhaime. I have the game, but I never find when it was there Necromunda. I played more Necromunda than Morhaime, to be fair, and I was feel more attracted by Necromunda than by Morhaime. I had the square bases always pushed me a little bit back. I know that Morhaime does not matter. I think, if I'm sincere, I will say that I would like to see a kill team for Age of Sigmar. I think this is going to be, for me, no more interesting than Morhaime, and I think it's going to be more realistic from the point of view of how Games Workshop is working. I know that now we have Necromunda, but if you have seen, Kill Team has been a huge success in Warhammer 40k. So I think Kill Team for Age of Sigmar can be quite an interesting concept. So I would like to see that. Let's put, instead of Morhaime, Kill Team for Age of Sigmar. I think will be a good option as a specialist game. Next question is from Joe Nicholas. He gives thanks for answering. It has helped me so I can decide on a color scheme for my army. And then the question also, do you use modeling putty to make models more unique, and if so, what brand, please? I don't use too much putty. I guess we're talking about green stuff to do modifications. I'm not very skilled on green stuff. I don't use it that much, and if I use green stuff, it's the one from Games Workshop, or I also have the green stuff from Tamiya or Tamiya, or how you want to call it. I don't know exactly. Let me see if I have a pot here. So from this brand, okay, Tamiya. They also do. I have also. I think any green stuff will work to do that. What I do sometimes is I like to do kit bashing than really adding on the miniature. So yeah, I will say more kit bashing than that, but I'm not too much into that. Okay, next question. This is from Eric Beer 40k. I highly recommend follow this channel if you're not already following this one. And here we have great answers, Victor. I always love a good time travel question. What is your favorite time travel film? Here there is a lot of them, but I will say I will cheat a little bit, and I will put 3 films that always come to my mind about time travel. One is, and I guess you will like this one, is Star Trek, the 4th film, that it's called I always forget, I have the name, The Voyage Home. The Voyage Home. So I think this was very interesting because I think it's a fun thing to see how a future society will live in the 80s society. So I think was quite interesting to see this, and just have the humor of Star Trek. The second film I will put is The Butterfly Effect, or the Butterfly Effect, and I think it's quite. And I will just say the first film. I don't think the second part is needed. It's quite interesting to see how a person that tries to manipulate the time always is having quite a back, right? Uh, each time you want to solve something, you create a new problem, and I think it's a very interesting concept. I really recommend. It's more about the philosophy of trying to modify the time in your favor, how you modify thinking that you are going to be better in something, but at the end, you are solving some problems and creating new problems at the same time that maybe are worse that it was. So this all attacking a lot the concept of, if I will be able to modify that moment in life, it will have been much better. Not is always the case. Not is always the case, because maybe you solve that, but you create 10 more problems. So this is another one, and then the last one that I really enjoy is a TV show, and I think it's a Canadian TV show that is called Continuum, and yeah, I think it was quite interesting. It's not that, yeah, it's more straightforward TV show. I think it's 5 seasons, and I really enjoyed this one. So it's like a police woman that is coming from the future. There is some terrorists that are go from the future to the actual time, okay, the current time, and they try to modify the history in their favor. And now there is also a woman that is coming from the future that is trapped in the same process that who is one of the guardians, and she will try to stop the terrorists. So it's quite interesting one, Continue, and if you can have the opportunity, I think it's quite an entertaining TV show. But I will say Voyage Home, Star Trek 4, the Voyage Home, I think it's a fun one. The Butterfly Effect, and then the TV show Continuum. And then we go to the last question. It's more a battery of questions from Vince Venturella, a great painter, really a master painter. So if you don't follow him, you're missing one of the best painters we have today. And here we have the questions. If you could be any one thing from 40K universe, what will it be? Same question for AOS. This is a tricky one. I think in the 40K it have to be very fun to be, if I will be one thing, maybe an Inquisition will be very interesting. I will be, yeah, most likely Inquisition studying Xenos. So how it's called this, the Xenos, the Xenos Inquisition. So I think it will be very fun to be Inquisitor, but you have to be also quite a bad guy to be Inquisitor, right? So you have to be, you don't give value to the human life, you have to be open to kill thousands of people for the common benefit, and so on. So, but yeah, I will say Inquisitor, it's quite a fun thing to be in the future, in the 40K. And in AOS, this is quite a tricky one, because it really, AOS, I don't feel fully, I will say a mage. I always feel more of a sorcerer, right? But more a regular human sorcerer, I will say. This guy that is like spending more time reading books and trying to make alchemy, not being on the battlefield, more like finding new inventions and new. So being there in the, let's say, in the, forgot the word, in the heavens, right? In the realm of heavens, in Azir. So being there in Azir, in one of these alchemist towers, trying to improve the armor, trying to create new weapons for the Stormcast Eternal. So more working on a second, in the safe of the Azir, it looks like Azir have to be a good place to live, be safe in Azir, and just making inventions for the Stormcast Eternals, I think, like a sorcerer or an alchemist. Not going too much to war because it's dangerous, so staying more in my tower, making inventions for them. And the last question from Ms. Venturella: what is a type of basic scheme you have thought about doing or wanted to try but never done? There is one, sorry, that I really never did a lot, that is to do a snow bases. I put, in Magnus the Red, I put some snow on the base to show that I'm in Fenris, but I really did not go in depth on how to do a snow basis. And I think this can be something that I can try in future, but to do that I have to go completely to a new army. And on the Nighthound I don't feel the need to go for that, so you need to do, I'm not into Space Wolves, so more likely Space Wolves will not happen. Maybe if I succeed, but I do something like Marauders. But yeah, it's something that I wanted to do, but I did not find the opportunity because I have not done armies, or when I think about that, I have not created armies that for me was making sense, the basing, because the basing have to be something that you can make, you can add to converse with the miniature, with the actual miniature to show where they are fighting. And I find other battlefields backgrounds to do it. But something really that I would like to do more, snow basing. I would like to do more in the future. And that's all for this Ask Victor. Sorry if I'm coughing a little bit, my throat is not the best at this moment. And that's all the questions I received. So please, if you want to know anything about me or anything about my hobby or any other thing, opinion or what you would like to know about me, just leave in the question below. I will try to answer them the best I can. And yeah, if you want to continue the show, now leave the questions in the comments below and I will answer them more or less in one month. That's all for now. Thanks a lot to the people that have left some questions. It's what makes this video to happen. And yeah, and as usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.